What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out another video. I'm here with my buddy Alan. So check out all of his socials below. We're doing a little challenge. We're doing the sleeper gill versus the headhunter. Two similar baits. We're gonna see who can catch the most fish. Let's get it done. All right, guys, back out here at my favorite pond, basically here every day. We are doing a challenge. I'm using the sleeper gill. We are both using bluegill colors. Bluegill are spawning right now in this pond, so I think they might be on these. We got similar baits, similar sizes. We're just gonna see who can catch the most. Maybe cast out deep, just see if there's any out there. Let it sink. Just slow reel it, let it drag across the bottom. Right now, guys, I've got this on my jig setup. So you want to fish these things with a rod that has a little bit of backbone to it, because you are setting a hook that is not exposed unless it's like that. But it's not a treble hook reaction style bait, so you really have to get a hook set in them. I would recommend something that's rated for small swim baits, jigs, Texas rigs, anything like that. As you can see, this rod's it's rated for small swim baits, so this is perfect. And I have a 7-speed reel on here, so I am having to slow down quite a bit because I don't want to be burning this thing in. I want it moving a little bit slower. One downside to fishing these ponds, guys, is this snodgrass. I absolutely despise this stuff. But here's a better look at the color that I'm using. See this little bluegill with chartreuse head on him. Yeah, there's just like a clump of snodgrass right here in front of me. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm noticing this happening quite a bit. Is this hook keeps coming out from in between these fins. Don't really know if that's going to affect the way the fish eat it or hook sets or anything like that, so we'll wait and see. Oh, either I found a rock in the middle of nothing or I just got bit. So the goal, guys, today was really to try to eliminate all external factors other than just the bait, how good the bait works. We're using similar rod and reel setups, similar colors, fishing it in similar ways, hoping that, you know, one will outshine the other and it will be a clear difference in bait that caused that. Not either one color was working and one wasn't, or one fishing technique was working, something like that. One thing I've noticed is this thing shimmies a lot in the water. Not yet. Yeah, I am. What's up?
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you out here.
Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you as well. Well, I need these people to move so I can fish this reed line. There's no fish in here. How have we not gotten bit, Alan? We might have to go. I think you killed them yesterday, and now they know. He said, "Don't bite the bluegill baits." No way. Alan's on. First fish goes to the headhunter.
What did I say?
He said literally this cast. Look at the top of his mouth. It's like purple.
He's probably eating crawfish.
Good look at that, guys. Right in the corner of the mouth.
On the fall.
He literally called it. He said, "This cast, I got a feeling," and then catches it. There he goes. Alan's on. Oh, doing some acrobatics for us. Headhunter smoking the sleeper gill right now.
I saw one jump and then noticed my line was swimming.
Like, he wanted that one, guys.
Yep.
Look at that. Gone. Decent little chunker.
There's a hook in there. See it pop out?
Oh, yeah. That's what it's supposed to do right there. Headhunter is beating the sleeper gill handily, 2-0.
Let it sit there.
That was a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate leaving fish.
Alan's on again.
I was about to say, I hate leaving fish to find fish. Okay. Choked it.
Again.
Choked.
Alan, what do you think the main difference is that's catching you fish and me not fish? You think it's the bait or you think it's the skill?
Might be size.
Might be size.
I don't know.
Mine's a little bit bigger.
I really
you
don't
can't
know.
tell, guys. It's got a
Wanna swap rods for a second?
little bit different color.
Dude, look at the hook in here. What is this? It's in and almost back out the roof of the mouth.
Oh, wow. He wasn't coming off.
All right, guys, if you stuck around this far, I appreciate it. Obviously, a pretty surprising result. Headhunter just outshined Sleeper Gill by far. I did get a couple bites on the Sleeper Gill, but very surprising nonetheless. Let's talk about some of the differences between these two that might have caused that. So I'll reiterate, if you've never seen or heard of the Headhunter, it's just a little swim bait with a hook very similar to the Sleeper Gill, where it's hidden in the dorsal fin, except the Headhunter, it pivots and it actually comes out and there's a magnet inside of the swim bait and it goes right back in. So the appeal is that when you hook a fish, they can't use the weight of the lure when they're thrashing their head around to spit the bait. Does it work? Obviously it does pretty well. I really like this bait. The biggest difference that I noticed between the two, other than the fact that obviously this hook is magnetic and this one's static and just stays in place, is the Headhunter is a little bit smaller and a little bit lighter than the Sleeper Gill. This is the small size of the Headhunter. There's a bigger size. This is the bigger size for comparison. So this one, I don't remember how much they weigh, but you can tell how much bigger they are. Other than that, when you're straight retrieving it, you really notice more action in the Sleeper Gill. The Sleeper Gill has this shimmy and this wobble, a lot like the Megabass Mag Draft if you fish that. It's very similar. You can feel it in the rod tip, you can see it in the line when the bait gets close. It has a lot more action on a straight retrieve, whereas this one, the Headhunter, the body itself really doesn't move, it's just the tail that kicks. And both tails, have pretty good action. The paddle per se on the Sleeper Gill is a lot bigger than the one on the Headhunter, but they still give about the same action. And then the other biggest difference I would say is how much stronger the hook on the Sleeper Gill feels. I mean, this hook is sharp, it's stout, it feels like a very high-end hook. The hook on the smaller Sleeper Gill, or on the smaller Headhunter, feels almost like a drop shot hook. Like, it's a very light wire. As you can see, it's very, very thin, as opposed to the Headhunters, or the Sleeper Gills, which is pretty thick, and you can just tell how sharp it is. Obviously, it doesn't mean that you can't catch fish on this, but that is something to consider if you're chasing big fish or if you're just trying to get numbers. So in conclusion, both baits work. I just think maybe that pond wasn't right for swim baits. I think maybe we could have got a better result if we had fished somewhere with a lot less vegetation. But if you are pond hopping, I would say try the small Headhunter. But if you're fishing a lake or if you're targeting big fish, I would say the Sleeper Gill is probably the way to go. Thank you guys so much for sticking around through this whole thing. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks so much, have a great day.